For youth, there is a focus on entry into labour markets and working conditions. And interestingly, we're also seeing this coming across from the recent online platform report. It also included work precariousness and youth unemployment as a new standalone, confirming that citizens from across Europe find this as a crucial point of focus. The measures also speak to young people's involvement in democratic life and decision-making processes, with new concrete suggestions such as an EU youth test or impact assessment at EU level that would see every new EU policy or legislation through a youth lens and include a consultation with young people. This complements the idea of youth participation, which has been raised by the citizens, and the acknowledgement that youth is a highly cross-sectoral policy, something that working group members have been raising ever since the very first of our meetings in October. The main areas of debate within our working group were around the reference of harmonization of educational standards, on voting age, banning unpaid internships, and multilingualism and protection of minority languages. Members were quite divided on whether we should be suggesting that education is harmonized, with many preferring to coordinate, to respect the national competence, instead referencing the achievement of the European education area by 2025. So this was one of the contentious areas within the groups. Another contentious discussion was on lowering the voting age to 16. There were suggestions on wording that would not preclude this idea as long as different constitutional realities of member states are reflected and respected. And there were additional comments around the importance of accompanying civic education. So that's where we're still also not finding consensus yet, but we'll continue the discussions. On banning unpaid internships, there was general support for the concept, but some notes on whether member states where internships are compulsory part of education, whether those should also be remunerated or not. So the discussions continue in that area as well. On language learning and linguistic diversity, members were generally supportive of the idea of multilingualism, just questioning the citizens' recommendation on the level at which they should be reached, whether C1 is perhaps too high an attainment, so some suggested a slightly reword to simply go a sufficiently high level, or words of that effect.